good, everybody? Chris here again. Chris Goes Outdoors. Today in this video we're going to talk about my cook kit. I have used this cook kit on the entirety of the Appalachian Trail when I hiked it in 2017. I used it for a couple months before that, and I still to this day use this exact same kit. And I realized after getting some questions fairly recently about some of the stuff in here that I never did an actual review on any of this. And I think I skipped it because literally everything worked perfect. So if you're looking for the too long didn't watch version of this video, everything in here worked perfect for me, works perfect for the way I cook out on the trail. Not gonna not recommend it, not going to recommend it. Take what you see here and make your assessments. Thanks for watching. But if you want the longer version of how everything works so well for me, the weights and stuff, we're gonna go over that right now. The first thing we'll go over stove, because this one I feel like I see so many stove reviews on YouTube, like people doing like a new stove almost every week, and it's so weird to me because I think I've owned 2 or 3 in the entirety of my backpacking whatever, and this little guy right here has been incredible for me, and it's the BRS 3000T. I realize that this is kind of a stove where some people love it, some people hate it, and some people have had issues with theirs. I have been using this now and have it's got to be over 150 cooks on this thing, at least water boils minimum. And this thing still works 100% fine. I've heard that some people have issues with these bending. I've also heard maybe them melting. Never experienced that. I think some of the issue may lie in buying them from like third-party vendors on Amazon. I'm not entirely sure, but all I can say is my experience with the BRS 3000T has been nothing but positive. I know some people say it's not as efficient as other stoves, or it doesn't do as well in the wind. If the difference between boiling water, like a cup of water in like a minute and 20 seconds, I'm okay with that. I always have been. I always used my pack or bear bag when cooking. So if we pop this guy right here, I would usually just put, say the wind's coming this from behind, I would pop my food bag, my sit pad, or my backpack in front of it. To me, fuel efficiency of a stove is, I don't know, it's just not worth measuring to me. As long as it heats my water and I can boil it relatively quickly, it's cool by me. And this thing weighs in at 0.9 ounces, which is 25 grams for you metric folk. And I still to this day do not want to change it. I have no interest in changing it, and I'm going to continue using this thing until it fails. But again, 150 plus nights probably of cooking, possible lunches too during the day. And this little under 1 ounce stove is still kicking and working for me. It also came with this little stuff sack right here. The logo is far worn off. It's covered in stains from past treks. This thing had been in my food bag for so long. Even washing it, the stains don't come out. The actual sack right here itself weighs 0.1 ounce. It measures in at 2 grams. So I keep this around just because it's green, bright green, super easy to spot in your food bag when it's full of food. And it fits the BRS stove right in there perfect, as well as what we got here, a mini Bic. This Bic, believe it or not, I have had since before the Appalachian Trail. I used it on the entirety of the Appalachian Trail, and it is still in my possession. It still has fuel going, and it's good to roll, so still lighting away. The mini Bic right now, obviously, I don't know how much of the fuel has been used, but it weighs in at 0.4 ounces or 11 grams. The mini Bics worked well for me. You know, if you were ever in an emergency too, could double as a fire starting tool, which is why I don't just take something that would create a spark to light the stove. But it's worked out well, and it fits right into this sack, tightens up nice, just like that. And then as far as pot and spoon go, for spoon, I stick with the Toaks titanium. This is the polished bowl, long handle titanium spoon from Toaks. Weighs in at 0.7 ounces or 20 grams. Long handle spoon, great for digging into peanut butter jars. I ate peanut butter all the time, straight from the jar out on the Appalachian Trail. But it's also great for reaching into packets and stuff, so like tuna packets, the mountain houses or backpacker meals, backpacker pantries, stuff like that. So lets you get deep down into those packages. It's got a little hole there if you want to like clip it to your pack or something if you wanted. The polish bowl's nice in that it's smooth. I know some people are kind of picky and don't really like this type of titanium feel when they're eating, but I don't really know because I have the polished bowl. So again, works perfect for me. Not going to change it. And then last but not least is my Toaks titanium pot. And I don't believe that they make this one anymore. I could be wrong. I think they make it in slightly larger versions, but I have the 600 milliliter pot, and that roughly equates to 3 cups. So I can put 3 cups, but that goes like right to the top in here. 2.5 is probably the best if you're trying to get it to a nice boil. This has been perfect. I have never found myself needing anything more than 2.5 cups ever. All of the Mountain House meals or backpacker meals, I don't think any of them that I've seen go over 2.5 cups. Most of them at most are like 2.25. It has the lines inside. I think the 0.3 and 0.5 are for liters, but the ones in between are actual cups. So it's 1 cup, 2 cup. It has the folding handles, so they are covered in some sort of rubber. So it's nice. It's away from the flame, so you can just grab it, pick it up super easy, tuck them away when you don't need them. You can cook in here at least 1 pack of ramen. Some people might be like, that's impossible. You can't just eat 1 pack of ramen. You need to get at least 2. So what I found, I'll cook 1 in here with the water, eat the ramen no problem, and then after, the water's still hot enough that I can literally put in another pack of ramen and just cook it in the water before. So it gets more of that super sodium flavor, but it also kind of conserves water. Can cook 1 serving of the mashed potatoes in here, no problem. Knorr's pasta sides and stuff like that, I've never had an issue cooking them in here. And that's essentially all I actually cook out on the trail. I don't really ever bring out, like mac and cheese or anything else that would really need actual cooking. And I usually steer clear of the pasta sides even most of the time now, just because I would rather just boil the water and pour it in something. And the pasta sides just don't clean up as well. I found that the potatoes, the Idahoan and the ramen, after I'm done eating, I can either rinse it out with water, shake it around, it cleans it out pretty good, or I'll put a little water in here, put it back on the stove, boil a little water, shake it around, and it's clean enough. I did that on the AT, and yeah, it worked out really, really well. You can see, again, this is over 100 something nights of use. I do say that I take pretty good care of my cook kit anyway. I mean, I still have the lighter from before the AT. You can see a little bit of the burn. I know on the BRS stove, the burn radius, I guess you'd call it, is kind of like centered a little bit. And I know some stoves, it kind of evens it out a little more. Again, I've had no issue with the stove. But the pot itself, great condition. It's got some marks and stuff on it. I never really cook with it in campfires because I never do campfires because I am exceptionally lazy in regards to that. And you can see even on the inside, still pretty clean. The pot itself has been great, cooks up stuff super fast, and I've never found it limiting for my needs personally. And then the lid is a lid. It just helps things heat up quicker. So I pop it on when I'm heating up water, and that's it. And with the Toaks lids, it's just got this little triangle nublet here, which you can kind of see it's got that little slide out point. So if you slide it out over there, it keeps the little triangle up like that. So you can, in theory, take your spoon and pick up the lid like that. But it all works. And the pot itself is 3.05 ounces or 86 grams. The lid is 0.6 ounces or 17 grams. Which brings the total weight of this entire kit right here to 5.7 ounces or 162 grams. This kit works perfect for me, and I don't know why I didn't review it before. I have literally no complaints about any of this stuff right here. Nothing at all. And that kind of brings me to, I guess, essentially the entire point of this video. If you find something that works completely perfect for you, stop looking for something better. I have never even looked at other stoves since. I've seen people use this Soto, the Amicus, I think it is, the Pocket Rocket 1 and 2, and like to me it's just not worth it. Well, for 3 seasons I should say. I do have another stove for winter, but that's because winter up here, gas canisters become significantly less reliable. But for 3 season use, this thing is perfect, and I intend to continue on using it. If you are cooking for, say, 2, I would not recommend this. Probably. I feel like it would be a significant pain in the rear end. The stove itself would probably work well. The pot, I would definitely go for the bigger pot. So for the majority of hikers that are just cooking for themselves, I think that this setup would probably work pretty well for you. But again, I'm not recommending anything. Do your own research and just find out what works best for you. All right, and that's going to do it, everyone. Hope the video was helpful. Going to be back out on the trail hopefully very soon. Possible major summer plans coming up. I'll keep you posted on that. And until next time, we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.